So let me share my slides so that we are able to see what I'll be talking about. And there we are. So this is new distributors orientation. New distributors orientation. Everyone starts where you are starting. And for those that perhaps you are seeing me for your very first time, my name is Kariuki Josphat, and married to Piaros Cherotich. And we've been in the business for the last 12 years. Come July this year will be 12 years. I was a lecturer in the university. Piaros was a high school teacher with the TSC. And therefore that tells you that we were quite busy as employees, just like any other person. But we knew that if we don't do something and we don't take this business very seriously, then we'll be busy throughout our lives. So don't allow anything to hinder you from excelling in this business. Don't entertain any excuse, whether being busy, whether not having done business before, whatever it is. Just make sure that you are willing to learn the game. So that is what we did. And that is what we want for each one of us. Now, just to mention, because this is usually very important, company values, if you want to build a business that will last forever, then make sure you uphold honesty and integrity in everything you do. Many businesses collapse because people don't embrace this value of honesty and integrity. And it's not very easy if you are not that kind of a person who is principled. It is not very easy to always maintain honesty and integrity. But for our team, Superstars team, we tell you there is no shortcut. Then people are number one, we value people. And even as you talk to people out there, make sure you have their interests in mind. Don't have your interests first. Have their interest. And then our products really work, and that is a strong point for our business. Many companies manufacture products that really don't work, and therefore they don't attract permanent users of the product. Now for us, they work. Equal opportunity for all. You be able to bring on board the old, the young, the educated, the less educated, and so on and so forth. And we are not in this business for just a short while. We are in the business for life, throughout our lives. As long as you live, this business will still be around and benefiting you. Now, is training mandatory? This is a question that people always ask. And I want to answer this question. Is training mandatory? Well, I will start by saying this even before I show you what we have here. It is mandatory for those who are serious and they want to succeed in the business. It is optional for those who are just trying out the business to see whether it works or not. And I believe none of us here has joined just to try out. I believe we have joined so that we can climb all the stairs up to the very top. So when you train, you are able to perform better. You can't perform in that which you have not understood. And then when you understand the product, because we train on products also, then you're able to use them and to share with customers. Then you're able to address challenges. Now, our business has got some normal challenges like any other business, and especially because you are dealing with the human beings. Remember, some of the challenges have to do with I. Because before you succeed and get money, you must first succeed in convincing yourself that you are a winner, and so on and so forth. So it is easy to address challenges when you train. Then you gain leadership skills for your team. You will be expected to guide your team. You cannot take your team anywhere if yourself you have not mastered the route to where you want to take them. So you gain leadership skills, and then you gain prospecting and sponsoring skills. This is one of the most important skills, because as I'll be showing you soon, the main thing in our business is sponsoring. And by the way, if you want to enjoy what we call residual income is the money you make even when you are not working, then you have to build a network of users. right? So then if you will ever be able to teach others, then you have to first be a good student. And then you also, when you train, you gain the ability to present. How do you do presentations? Like today in Nairobi, we're teaching our team on how to do effective presentations. So now there are two main kind of trainings that we'll be having, and they will be very helpful to you. Please make sure you plug into these trainings. And the ones I have here are virtual, but we also have very many physical trainings in your area. If you don't have physical trainings in your area, let's engage and we see how we can start off meetings where you are. Now, distributor trainings, when we talk of distributor trainings, these are the trainings that you are meant to attend, not to bring in guests necessarily, but to equip yourself to learn the business yourself, to develop yourself. So we do this every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Tuesday hosted by the team superstars, Thursday hosted by the company, 8 p.m. Then you bring in your guests at 8 p.m. of Monday and Saturday. Now, this is very important. If you want to grow your business, you need to bring in new people. Keep on bringing in new people. It's like a farmer sowing seeds. The more you sow, the more you reap. If you don't sow, then we don't expect you to have any harvest. So now sowing seeds here means bringing in new people so that they can join your team, not Neolife per se. Yes, they will join Neolife, but in essence, they are joining you, your team. And the person with the largest organization, that is people in your team, is the person who will be earning all the millions. So Monday, Saturday, 8 p.m., make sure you bring in guests. And we'll be talking more about that. Now, let's talk of aggressiveness versus patience. These are two important things that you need to embrace. Aggressiveness. Now, from when you join the business, I want to appreciate those who have just joined us. Others are less than even 3 or 4 hours. I know there are people who have just joined today. You don't want to wait for a time that will come and you start moving very fast. No, you hit the road, running. I saw yesterday, within less than 24 hours, Beatrice sponsoring someone. And that is Joanne. And I want to believe Joanne has already sponsored someone. That's the speed we want. There's no time to waste. As you buy time, people are literally making all the money and taking steps. So let's move very fast. And then we learn very fast also. Learn very fast the game. And don't just be a custodian of knowledge. Use it to build your business. Then work with flexibility. Look at the time we are doing this meeting. It's off official hours. So that's the flexibility. Our business should not just be done during official hours. Then avoid false expectations. It's good to manage your expectations. You see, you might want to be a director within 30 days. But in case you don't become a director in the 30 days and you become a director in 60 days, then don't be disappointed. So manage your expectations so that you don't have discouragement. And then patience is related with the Chinese bamboo tree story. I want you to Google the Chinese bamboo tree story to save time for now. But it talks of that Chinese bamboo tree, which in the initial years, it doesn't really grow much. The growth is not even noticeable. But then after 5 years, within 4 weeks, it grows like 80 feet. So that means that if your business doesn't grow very fast the way you wanted, as long as you are doing everything humanly possible, if it doesn't move as fast as you expected, then don't you worry, because it might be behaving like Chinese bamboo tree. And when it starts to shoot, then you'll even bypass those who had joined much earlier, had built the business much earlier. Right. This month, Nyaga, you might have to check on your CASA. You are drawing our page. All right. So let's now move on. This is the strategy we want to use to build our business. You must know, out of the things that you're supposed to do in the business, which one carries more weight and which one perhaps doesn't carry a lot of weight. They are all important. But if you want to really succeed, you need to put more energy and effort on things that will accelerate your business. Now, I have what I'm calling here 10-80-10 strategy. 10% of all your time and effort, let it go to product use and product sharing. That is, you replace the things you use in your house, kick off most of the chemicals you have been using before you came in here. Go to your washing area. There are those soaps. Replace them with the likes of LDC, G1 Loudly for washing clothes, Care for disinfectant, Super 10 for removing stains even in the, in your washroom and all that. Go to you where you put in your foodstuffs and you start including likes of these supplements, omega-3 salmon plus, and so on and so forth. Skincare, replace the chemicals with these ones, and so on and so forth. That now gives you confidence to share the product, because when you use the products, you become a product of the products. People can tell, by the way, by looking at you, one can tell whether you are using the products or not. So that is 10%, both using and sharing the product. Sharing means selling to those who are not members, and you make profits and you get more points. Now, 80% of your business should be on sponsoring, bringing in new people so that you can grow your business. Bring in as many people as possible. From early in the morning to late in the evening, try to talk to as many friends as possible. But on the minimum, we recommend sponsor 3 on the minimum. And by the way, when you sponsor 3 in a month, you are applying direct and gives you a LDC, a bottle of LDC. This is the best rather soap or detergent that you'll ever find. And for this month of March, the incentive we had last month for sponsor 1, get 1 aloe vera continues in the month of March. So the more you sponsor, the more aloe vera you get. But at least he or she who doesn't sponsor many, please sponsor 3. That is a very good way of building your business. Then 10%, the remaining 10% to make it 100% is personal development, where you read the right books, you attend the trainings, and you listen to the trainings that you'll be doing through YouTube, and so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to prospecting and inviting for meetings, because you need to prospect friends and invite them to come to meetings so that they can listen to the presentations and they join you. Or even if it's not a group meeting, you need to book an appointment. That's also an invitation. So when you're doing that, for our team, we have 2 ways. The first one is this script that we have here, where you can call someone and tell them, hi, Jane, you know what? Nowadays, I'm a part of a dynamic organization called Superstars Team, whose focus is to help people to change their lifestyle. We help people build a business where they can earn extra income, have opportunity to travel around the world, and by use of high quality products, feel better. Would you be interested in hearing more about the Superstars team? Because I would like to take about 15 minutes of your time to share more. The obvious answer will be a yes. Now you are left with booking an appointment when you can have the 15 minutes. And if you have the 15 minutes there and then it's enough. 15 minutes is enough to tell someone what we are doing. But if they don't have the 15 minutes and you are busy pushing your presentation to them, then you'll be wasting your time because they are not listening. If they are not ready at that moment to listen, just to listen. Now that's one way. The second way is where you listen to, you share with them a 4 minutes prospecting video that we have a Superstars team. But don't share the video to anyone before you tell them that you ask them, can I share with you a 4 minutes video you listen to what we do? I have used this video and it's working magic. I know for some of us, we are hearing this for the very first time. And for that reason, you'll allow me to share the video with us so that we can perhaps listen to it. Just a second, I share. Let me put the sound so that we are able to hear.
Hi, it's Robin Sharma, and I'd love to ask you a very simple question.
That's
Do you
an
believe
ant.
in
That's...
you? I'll ask you another question.
Hello, hello. My name is Pia Roston, majoring in physics and mathematics, and my husband?
Josphat Kariuki, a full-time lecturer in the university teaching computer science. Now, we are the founders of the International Superstars team. The mission of our team is to help individuals to build their own independent businesses so that they are able to generate extra income, travel around the world for lifestyle, and live better by use of high-quality products.
Yes, before this opportunity, we were struggling. Despite 2 payslips in the house, we were still struggling to pay our bills. We were struggling with time for our family. We were working so hard. Going to work, coming back, just the same, doing the same thing every day, but we were not getting any results. And so come 2010, we were able to make a decision.
So in 2010, we discovered that if we don't change anything, then our lives will never change. And we were tired of being broke and tired. So we decided, let's start our own business. And in 2010, as Pierre said, we started our own business that has now grown to so many countries. And we've been able to achieve our wildest dreams. We are not only driving cars, but also driving machines. We are living in our own home, and luxurious home in this case. Our children are able to go to the best schools, and we are super excited that we are able to give them the best life ever possible. So it is very possible. We've traveled all over the world, and we are really enjoying it.
Oh yes, we've traveled around the world to dream destinations. Such as Cape Town. We've been to Cape Town in South Africa. We've been to Johannesburg in South Africa. We've been to Zambia, Victoria Falls. We've been to Dubai. We've been to Abu Dhabi. We've also been to Hong Kong in China. We've been to Mauritius and even Mexico, just but to name a few.
Now, this is the challenge I want to throw to each one of us. You know, many a times we live the life that has been handed to us and not our dream life. I want to tell you, despite your background, level of education, and where you are coming from, you can join our team, Superstars team, and we help you to build the most successful business. If you believe in yourself and you believe you can, then get back to the person who sent you this video, and they will guide you on how you can be part of the Superstars team. Thank you so much. God bless.
Sorry. Okay. So that is it. I want to believe that we've gotten something there. Just a second, I remove something that is blocking here. Wonderful. So now that is a 4-minute script that I don't know how you found it, but whenever I share the video with my prospects, and those who have tried, maybe you've seen this, it arouses their curiosity and the desire to be part of the Superstars team. So the next thing they will ask is, how can I be part of the Superstars team? So what do you do after that? You invite them to the meeting. You tell them, yeah, let me invite you for a session that will guide you on how you can join the team. Just as simple as that. Or if you have already started practicing on how to do the presentations, and we'll talk about that shortly, then you can tell them, no problem, when can we meet? I guide you further on how you can be part of the team. As simple as that. But now that short video helps you to arouse the interest and the curiosity of the person that you want to share the opportunity with. So now let's move on from where we stopped. So those are the 2 ways of prospecting and inviting that we have in a Superstars team. Then now one-on-one presentation. This is a very important aspect of our business. You need to present to your friends out there. You need to have courage and believe that what you have is what people want out there. But for you to really be very good at presenting to your friends one-on-one out there, because not everyone will be able to come to the meeting, the larger meeting. And in any case, you can present to them, they join, and even if they don't join, they can be coming to the bigger meetings when you have already presented to them. That will really help you to move very, very fast so that you don't have to wait until when we have a meeting like this. But now look at some of the steps you need to go through for you to be good at presenting. The first one is watch your sponsor doing the presentations, one-on-one presentations. So if I am your sponsor is the person who brought you into the business, I would really expect that when I'm presenting to a friend, you are listening. Or in your very initial stage, you can bring in your friend, I present to him or her, but then you must be seated with me, listening carefully how I do it, so that tomorrow you'll be able to do it in a similar manner. It's very simple. It's what we call manke see, manke do game. I'm not saying that we are mankes, but then it's manke see, manke do game. Then the other one is you familiarize yourself with the presentation flip chart. Flip chart is the longitudinal book that is in your kit. It's usually written, discover a better way of life. So familiarize yourself with it. Practice it several times. Present a little bit, even if it's presenting to yourself through a mirror several times. And then develop your story, your identity, your identification. This is the short story that you get from experience of products, or maybe you have started getting some bonuses and so on and so forth. But if you have not gotten anything at all, then you can use your sponsor's story. But you can be able to have your story as long as you've started using the products. What have the products done for you? Then when you're inviting friends for the meeting, call them the day before so that you can arrange on, you can remind them of the meeting. And if they are not able to come that time, reschedule cancellations. Make sure it doesn't end there. Just because someone told you they are not available tomorrow as you had planned, don't stop at that. Tell them it's all right, I understand this thing happens, but then could we meet then on Saturday? Or between Saturday and Wednesday, which of the 2 days is the better option for you? We reschedule. So always reschedule cancellations. Now, remember this, during a one-on-one meeting, the first impression is very important. It might actually be the last. the impression you create. Things like the excitement. How excited are you? If you are talking to people and telling them, wow, there is an opportunity I've found that is changing our lives in a very big way. But then you are saying in a low tone, you know, there is an opportunity I've been shown, and this thing can help us. You know, now surely you are creating an impression that it doesn't really carry a lot of weight. Okay, you have to be excited. This person has to see, hey, my friend is on fire. I want to be with this person. So that first impression is very important. So for the introduction, you identify, you give your identity. Who are you? Where did the business find you? What do you do? You know, what made you to join the business? And you know, when you are doing this part, you are connecting with this other person. All of us perhaps have in the past had financial crisis. You have expenses too high, income not enough. So if you are that position before you join the business, you tell them that, you know, I joined the business because I was having difficulties paying my bills. And you know what? They are likely to also be having difficulties to pay their bills. So you are able now to connect with them on that. You know what? I joined this opportunity so that I can travel around the world. I love traveling. I joined this opportunity so that I can be able to build legacy for my children. I started the business so that I can have time freedom to be with my family throughout, because my job was robbing me of that time freedom. So there are all those reasons, different ones why you join. Pick the one that is relevant. And then now you can also share the products a bit, because remember, the quality of the products is a big selling point for us. When you tell people that we have all these categories of products and they are researched by the scientific advisory board, the top scientists, then people will want to really build the business using the products. And you can do demonstration if you have any of the products like LDC, even Super Grow, you know, all that. Then share your personal product testimonial. Mine is usually that before this opportunity, I used to have very bad migraine headaches. And I thought I would be killed by those migraines. They were just too much. But when I came over, I used Aloe Vera Plus and the Provitality, and that became a thing of the past. I've never, ever again experienced those migraine headaches. I ask you to make sure you taste our Aloe Vera Plus juice. It's very good. It relaxes your mind. And if you have migraines, they disappear. You know, so that is a testimony for the product. And then you share the opportunity. And I will show you how you do that. Then share success stories, yours or for your sponsor or upline director. If you don't have a story, you can tell them, you know what? I got shocked to see that, you know, one of my leaders or my sponsor or my upline, someone who was just a lecturer in the university and, you know, having the normal limitations. And today he's driving the latest shape of a Land Cruiser. And I said, that is what I want. You see, that is not your testimony. It's your upline's testimony, but it works for you. You know, when I came over, I found people were flying. They were preparing to fly to Czech Republic. And I said, I want to be part of that team so that I can be traveling around the world. Well, they traveled. I didn't manage because I was very new. But then I am working very hard to make sure that next time I fly with them. You see, something like that. But if you have a testimony, personal, however small it is, it will surprise you that that is what they need for them to join you. So don't say, I will start sharing my success story when I'm making $500,000. No, I started with mine of 2002 shillings. My very first bonus was 2002 shillings. And I shared that with my friends, and some joined, others ignored. When some joined, it went to 5,252. More joined. So it went to 22,406. So more joined. It kept on growing and growing. In less than 2.5 years, it was already $500,000 per month. As supposing I didn't use the small one I had, I wouldn't have gotten the other bigger check. So that's very important. So when you are sharing the opportunity with the friends, you always start with the products first, show them the wellness triangle, the way they should eat, and the opposite one, the way people eat, and they are able to see clearly there is a serious problem here. So now you can provide them the provitality as a solution to fill in the dietary gaps. And then you can tell them TNN comes in to fill in the dietary gap for whole grains, carotenoid complex for fruits and vegetables, omega-3 for the right proteins, and then fats and sugars, we have multi. And then now you can go to the next thing, that is the model that we use for you want to become a director. And this is a 3-month model. And I challenge us, because we are new in the business, please, let's go by this model. It's so powerful, so that you become a director in about 3 months. Jane Kenya, you are doing something that is drawing on our screen. So you can use this model so that you become a director in 3 months. The first one is in the month, let's assume March is your first month. Or for those who joined in February, you did 250 points. If you did 250 points or more, there are those who joined, likes of Mary, Wairimo, Jogu, and the same month they pushed their points to 500 points. Congratulations. So as long as it is more than 250 points, then you have done step 1. 250 points, you've done step 1. And you start getting something, 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, something like that. How do you get those points? You've joined with the 9280 shillings, then you add more products onto it. When you just join, you have that 6 points. Then you can buy a few other products. You can see the suggestion down there, additional star products. And this is just a guide. You can buy any others. If that happens, you have 250 points. Now, the following month of March, if it's your second month, do your 250 points, buying for your own use and for customers, but then make sure at the earliest in the month, sponsor at least 4 people, so that by the end of the month, they have also done 250 points or 500 points or whatever the points, but more than 250 points. If you have 4 of them, that gives you 1,250 points. And in terms of bonus, you'll be earning around 10,000 Kenya shillings. Now you already are qualified senior manager. The third month, make sure you bring another 4 people. That is now in the month of April, with your third month, bring in new 4 people. But the people you had brought previously, now they also bring in their 4. So they will be having 1,250, 1,250, 1,250, as you have your own 1,250 with your new members. So that comes to about 6,250. And you're already a fully qualified director, earning about 90,000 Kenya shillings per month, or even more. You have become a fully qualified director in 3 months. And that now will continue. Just continue doing what you have done. And you'll go to Sapphire Director, Ruby Director, President Team Member, and you build enormous wealth. Fortunately, I'm talking from experience, guys. This is a reality. I wish I knew when I was starting what I know now and what I'm sharing with you. I would have moved 10 times faster than I did. So let's embrace it and we run with it. So now, once you've presented, you need to ask for a decision. Don't just share the opportunity and you leave your guests just like that. You want them to join. The reason why you were presenting to them is so that they can join your business. So once you've done all the presentation, now tell them, let's get started. This is the pay bill number. I just pay directly to the company and we process your kit and we start the business. And don't show them doubt. And ask them questions like, do you have money? No, that's not the best question. You tell them what they should do. You guide them. Now that you've gotten the opportunity, you may ask them, do you see yourself achieving your wildest dreams through this opportunity? They will say what? Yes. Now let's get started. And in 3 months from now, you'll be a director if we work it out the way I've shown you. And they pay through the pay bill number 9280. Then after that, now, if they have any questions, you can give them the chance to ask, but encourage them that they will understand more and more as we move on. So if they tell you they want to think about it, try to check what they want to, because it tells you they have not understood something. There's something they want to understand more. And only you can help them understand more. Going to think about it will not help them understand, you see. And then if they are not willing to join, ask them to buy some products so that they can get the experience. If they are not interested even with the products, respect that and thank them for their time, you see. And you tell them, should they change their mind, they are most welcome. Let them go feeling that it's open for them to get back to you. And then you can ask for referral. Do you know of someone that you may want us to help with the products? Or do you know of some 5 people? Do you know of some 5 people who may be interested in building the business, you know, achieving financial freedom? Then Kenya, there is something you are trying, and I know it's not deliberate to draw on the screen. It happens. So let me share again to avoid the scratches. All right. So now, if they say yes, they are ready to join, give them the pay bill number, fill in the application form, and process the kit. If they want to buy some products alongside joining, help them to fill in the product form. And then after they have paid, you can now send the registration form and the products to their company, and they get started. Now, the next thing you do is to ask them to now think about their dreams and their goals. What do they want to achieve? And then you do a follow-up. Within 48 hours, do the business launch, where you take them through the kit and what they need to do for the business. Let them write a list of names of their friends, at least 100 if they are serious. And then you help them to sponsor at least 3 people to start with. Using now the process I've taken you through, you need now to also help them, work with them so that they can also sponsor 3 people. So it's duplication. And then you help them to make their first profit. Let them think of someone who has a certain need and they can sell the products to those people. And that is the way. Now, as we wind up, for an effective story, because we say that your story is what will sell, people will join you because of your story. It should first of all be short, just 2 minutes. But the excitement that you show, the energy, the enthusiasm that you show when you are talking to this person, that is what will make them to buy the opportunity. So you start with your background, what your name is, what you do for a living, and what you did before this opportunity. Then what didn't you like? Be vulnerable. I'm telling you, human beings, they all have some needs. So be vulnerable. Let them also feel that, oh, so you were in the same position that I am now. So what didn't you like? For me, I will talk of, I didn't like jumping into matatos. I wanted to drive my own car. I didn't like paying rent. I wanted to be living in my own home. I didn't like being away from my children and never having time with them. I didn't like the way I was overworked. I was always tired, you know, all those kind of things. So what didn't you like? And then what has your life done to solve your problems? Now, if you have not started earning any money, you can tell them, I see myself now achieving my dreams with the time. I have started building the business and I'm super excited that I am headed to great things. Or I used to have to be weak, have weakness. But today, because of the Provitality I'm using, I'm waking up, taking my Provitality and I have energy throughout the day. I take my Neolife tea every morning and man, I'm very vibrant, full of energy and very alert. I'm so excited about the Neolife tea, you know, something like that. And then the future. How do you see your future? This is common for all of us, even those who have just joined us. You have a future. Yes, tell them your future looks very bright, but be a little bit more specific. I see myself traveling around for holidays in the next couple of months. I see myself touching so many lives out there and achieving my dreams through that. I see myself in the near future being financially free. My future is very bright. I'm so excited. And then now you can close by asking them to take action. If I have done it, I am sure you too can do it even better than myself. Let's get started. You see, that is how you do your story. All right. I want to pause at that